Hey there, artists. Today we're going to make an owl collage together. You're going to need a black piece of paper, any construction paper. If you don't have construction paper, magazine pages, the ads that come in the mail, all that sort of stuff works great too. I have a few different sizes and pieces because I'm going to show you how to cut it as well. But if you're working at school, I'm going to have the pieces already cut into triangles and squares for you to help us go a little bit faster since we have such a small amount of time in class. You're also going to want some glue and some scissors. Now, if you're working at home, you're going to need to cut yourself some circles for your eyes and some triangles. So I'm going to show you how to do that first. The easiest way to cut triangles is to start by cutting your paper into strips. So I have 3 different colors because I don't want my owl to be too colorful that we can't tell that it's an owl, because our owls are going to be just a little bit abstract. Abstract means it's not going to look like a real owl. So I have 3 different colors here. To cut my strips into triangles, all I have to do is take a strip and cut across to the corner. That'll get me started. Then I can turn my scissors the other way and cut like this. And see how it makes a little triangle? Okay, you keep going like that, cutting your triangles. Until you get to the end. When you get to the end, go all the way to the corner and cut across like that. If you're working from home, it's a good idea to have a parent or a grandparent or friend or brother or sister to help you cut your pieces. I'm just going to cut a little bit of each color so that I have some variety for when I start gluing on my page. I am loving this bright green that I found in my scrap bucket. Green is one of my favorite colors. My other favorite color is purple. I have some of it to use later for my owl's eyes. Okay, and now I'll put some pink in there too. I found this lesson on a website called Splish Splash Splatter. Her students made some great abstract owls. I can't wait to see what our students can do. Just a little more pink. And it's okay that my strips are different sizes and that my triangles turn out to be different. Okay, now that I have some triangles, I'm going to put my extra scraps to the side. I'm also going to need some circles to make the eyes. You want your eyes to be 3 different colors. So I have blue, purple, and pink. And you'll notice my paper is different sizes. I am going to cut 2 circles. So you can do this 2 ways. You can have 2 pieces of paper, or if you have one larger piece of paper, you can fold it in half. I'm not going to fold mine because I've already cut mine a little bit. I'm just going to hold my 2 pieces together and cut a circle out of my pink. Now I have 2 there. And I'm going to cut a circle that's a little bit bigger out of my purple. And then I want to cut an even bigger circle out of my blue. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you how we're going to glue these pieces together. I'm going to put just a tiny dot of glue in the middle of each of my biggest circles. Then I'll put my medium-sized circle on top. Put a tiny dot of glue. And add my smallest. Oh no! Whoop, you can't see that. Oh no, it's too big. That's an easy thing to fix. Before I glue it, I'm going to take my circle and cut it just a little bit smaller. There we go. Now it fits right inside. Now you can leave your eyes just like this, or if you want them to have a little bit of black inside, you can use a marker or a crayon to add a little bit of black inside too. Okay, now I can set my eyes to the side and let them dry and start working on my owl's body. I still have a piece of yellow paper that I'm saving to make my beak and maybe even some feet if I feel like I need them. Okay, I'm going to mix my triangles up here a little bit so that my colors are all over the place. And I'm going to pick one to start with. I'm going to put a small dot of glue on it and place it right in the middle at the bottom. Then I'm going to pick my next color, put a small dot of glue, and I'm going to put it going the opposite direction. I'm going to do that one more time. That is going to be the bottom of my owl. If I decide I want to add some feet later, they would stick out right down here. The rest of my triangles are all going to point down, like this. And I'll keep going across. You can decide if you want to make patterns with your colors or if you just want your colors to be random and spread all around. I'm going to make my colors in patterns so that you can see them a little bit better. So I'm going to start with my gray, and I'm just going to put a tiny dot of glue on the back each time and make sure that the points of my triangles are pointing down. And put a whole row of gray feathers on my owl. Just like that. Then I can do my next color. I'm going to do pink next. And I'm going to do the same thing. A little dot of glue. You just need a tiny dot, just like that. And then I'll do a green row of feathers. I like to start in the middle, but you could start on the side if you wanted. And you could fill in those holes a little bit more if you wanted to, but I kind of like to leave a little space. I might come back at the end and add some more. We just have to wait and see. And then I'll do another row of gray. I think that'll give me enough time and space, and I'll be ready for my eyes. Now I can decide if I'm ready for my eyes. I think I am. I'm going to put a little dot of glue on there and stick my eyes on. Like that. I'm going to use some of my triangles that I still have to make some ears. I have another big one. I like this. He's cute. Okay. Now I can get my yellow and I can make some feet for my owl and a beak for my owl. I'm going to start by just cutting across the corner to make a beak. And it's going to go right there. Now I'm holding it down a little bit more because these triangles are kind of sticking up and I want to make sure my beak sticks. There we go. Now if I want some feet, I could also cut other corners and make some little yellow feet. Like that. Now he's pretty cute. If you feel like yours needs some more feathers, you can always keep adding. And putting them on top of each other to fill in those gaps. This is layering, making my owl a little bit more fluffy. Just make sure that if you're putting it on top of other pieces, you hold your finger on it so that that glue sticks. Just like that. Okay, so I could make him a little more full. I could even kind of poke one underneath my beak there to fill in this little gap. There we go. I think that's pretty great. I think they're adorable, and I can't wait to see what yours looks like. Have a great Gator Day.